What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Axe Creation, and we will begin our discussion on modes with the major scale. Now, I know a lot of you want to jump in and start talking about all these crazy different harmonic minor, melodic minor modes, lead dominant, stuff like that, and we're going to get there. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to put up some lessons on modes, but I wanted to start with the major scale for a couple of reasons. The first being the structure or formula of the major scale is the foundation for everything else. If you don't understand the basic terminology of what's going on here, you're going to have a hard time moving forward. And the one thing that I want to get across in this series of lessons is that modes shouldn't be as confusing and hard to apply as you think, because in essence, modes are just chords. So you're going to play a certain mode and it's going to sound like a chord. And whenever that chord comes across, you play that mode. And obviously when it comes to practicing the guitar, there are scale patterns that you can practice and practice and practice and practice until they get under your fingers, and that kind of helps unlock the fretboard a little bit. Okay? But we have to start with the major scale. There's a lot of beautiful tension in the major scale that can really be brought out. Okay? So let's get started talking about chords. Obviously we can play a major chord. In this particular instance, I'm playing E major. E is a great key on the guitar. You get to use a lot of open strings, which always sounds really nice. Okay, so the formula for the major chord, major scale, okay, is if we number every one of these notes, right? We're going to put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to our root. Okay, now I'm not going to get too much into the theory, but all of the intervals in this scale are major except for the 4th and 5th. If you want to know why, ask me down below. Okay, so we can take our major chord, take E major, we can add an extension on that, make it a 7th or a 9th, a major 7 or a major 9 or a major 13 chord. Okay, the upper extensions aren't going to change the chord quality, but it will change the color, the basic color of the chord. If you don't know how to create a triad or a 7th chord, again, ask the question down below and we'll get to it. I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about it. All right, but all the intervals are major except the 4th and the 5th. And when you see the formula in relation to other modes in the future, it's just variations. We're going to change one of the intervals based on what we have now. Okay, so it's important that we get a nice understanding of the major scale. And like I said, there's a lot of nice tension in the scale. Let's find it. Okay, so if I play the major scale, there you go. I have a half step between the 3rd and the 4th scale degrees. Right, which is a nice minor second interval. Very tense interval. It sounds really nice. We can play it a couple different ways. So anytime you can play something and bring out that cross-string dissonance, it's a winner in my book. We also have a half step between the root and the major 7th interval. Okay. Really nice tensions, and as you guys know, if you're a fan of this channel, the major 7 chord is probably my favorite chord. It's one of my favorite intervals. It's got such a sweet tension to it, and it resolves ever so nicely. And that sounds really nice. So when you play over a major chord or a major 7th chord, you can play the major scale. Some really nice tensions. Okay, So in the tab below, I'll put out some major scale patterns, and when it comes to a practice tip as playing the guitar, every scale that you play, you can play 3 different ways. Learn them. Okay, that'll help you jump in and out of different modes or different keys quickly if you know those scale patterns. Okay, so anytime major scale, major 7th chord, major 9 chord. Sounds really nice. Okay, it's really nice. So this is our foundation mode. I'll explore the tensions in it, explore some major 7th chords. I'll put some chord voicings in E down below in the tabs as well. All right, and then next lesson we'll start changing. We'll look at Lydian and how that compares. We'll look at dominant and how it compares. We'll check out some of the minor modes, and then we'll even touch base on some melodic minor or harmonic minor scales. All right, so as always, let me know what you come up with, and until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.